More than an automotive icon, the 6th generation Ford Mustang is a thoroughly modern rear-drive performance coupe.
But even great cars can benefit from a little mid-cycle update love. Hey, video editor, bust out that graphic.
The updated Mustang enjoys a range of visual changes, including the hood, grille, front fenders, taillights, newly standard LED headlights, and new colors like this Mica Spec Orange Fury paint job. If you spent time in Mustangs from the 80s or 90s, you'll appreciate the comparative refinement of the modern car's interior. Classic and contemporary, the cabin has a tasteful look and feel, especially when adorned with optional leather-trimmed heated and cooled seats and these neat drive mode toggles.
However, the center console feels cheap. This might be okay in your Hawaiian rental Mustang, but in this particular $49,000 Mustang GT, scratchy plastic feels out of place. Though I am getting a pretty fresh sound out of it.
Quick aside, if you're wondering why this GT premium trim is so darn expensive, blame $10,000 in options, including $1,500 for driver assists and $4,000 for a GT performance package that adds Brembo brakes, a Torsen limited slip differential, a retuned suspension, and 19-inch wheels with Michelin Pilot Sport tires. Okay, back to the interior. The climate and audio controls are easy to use. The optional 12-inch digital gauge cluster is vivid and delightfully customizable, and passenger space is excellent if you're in the front seat. Backseat life is more complicated for 3 reasons.
The seat back flips forward, but the seat does not automatically slide up. Legroom is a little bit dicey with the lanky Brit up front, but if you put somebody like Lynn, who's pixie-sized up front, it's not that bad. Lastly, headroom is tight. Heaven help hat fanatics en route to Pebble Beach or the Kentucky Derby.
On a practical note, cargo volume is a reasonable 13.5 cubic feet in the fastback and 11.4 cubic feet in the convertible. The rear seats can also be folded flat to accommodate larger cargo. At less than $27,000, a base Mustang comes well equipped with 8 airbags, including front occupant knee airbags, intelligent access with push-button start, and 2 USB inputs. Spend thousands more for the Mustang Premium trim, and you'll enjoy, among other things, dual-zone climate control, premium door trim, and Sync 3 infotainment.
As far as infotainment systems are concerned, Sync 3 is a good one. Its 8-inch touchscreen is easy to navigate, quick reacting, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. Hooray!
There's also a Ford Pass app that lets owners locate, lock, and start their Mustang with a smartphone. Dazzling as that is, we're more impressed with how the Mustang drives.
Unlike older Mustangs, this generation Mustang is utterly thrilled to turn.
Precise steering with helpful feedback makes the modern Stang a brilliant partner on winding roads and unimpeded on-ramps. Ride quality is fine, though for the best blend of agility and comfort, add the $1,700 Magna Ride adjustable shocks and skip the optional 19-inch wheels. For customizing the Mustang's throttle response, transmission behavior, and stability control settings, the premium trim offers several driving modes.
On-the-fly adjustability is awesome, but just remember, when you go into one of the racier modes, like race mode, it also affects stability control, so you will have to actually drive the car. You have been warned.
In the engine lineup, there are no bad choices. The base 2.3-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine is plenty powerful, returns more than 30 mpg on the highway, and can hit 60 miles per hour in less than 5 seconds. For balanced performance and efficiency, the 4-cylinder is a perfectly reasonable choice.
But who wants to make the reasonable choice?
As the automotive gods intended, the Mustang GT comes with a 5-liter V8 for about $36,000, including destination charges. It sounds powerful, and more importantly, it is powerful.
Ford says the Mustang GT can accelerate from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, and I believe them because we are cutting off the video right now.
For quick departures, the manual transmission offers launch control, while the automatic uses drag strip mode to minimize power interruptions between gear changes. There's also a standard line lock feature that clamps the front brakes for effortless burnouts. Use that power wisely, or as close to wisely as you can muster. One other neat feature is an available active performance exhaust with varying loudness levels and a time-configurable quiet start mode so you don't wake the neighbors.
This one doesn't have that.
Choose a Mustang GT Coupe with the standard 6-speed manual transmission, and the EPA thinks you'll see this kind of fuel efficiency. Expect a 1 mpg bump in the city with the $1,600 10-speed automatic transmission.
Speaking of the automatic, I'm conflicted. I'm utterly devoted to the dying art of manual gear changes, but the 10-speed automatic is just plain good. And yes, after everything I say, I will accelerate. See?
You'll notice that with 10 ratios, engine revs stay in the sweet spot for supreme acceleration. With a mellower throttle foot, all those gear changes are largely transparent.
One note though, if you're cruising on the freeway in 10th gear and you want to downshift proactively for a corner that's up ahead, let's say you want to go to 3rd gear, that is 7 full taps so you can be in the right gear. It's a lot of gears to have to work through to get to 3rd, but I'm there.
Nonetheless, with massive power, rear-wheel drive, and a sophisticated automatic transmission, Ford Mustang grants its driver visceral, dramatic acceleration on demand.
Though I still prefer the manual.
For even more visceral Mustang action, look to the $58,000 Shelby GT350, which boasts a track-ready suspension and a 526 horsepower, 5.2-liter flat-plane V8. And here's what it looks like being driven stupidly at a racetrack. As you gathered, we like the Ford Mustang, but there are other ponies in the sea. The Chevrolet Camaro is a prime competitor, and in ZL1 guise, sports a serious horsepower advantage over the most powerful Mustang, at least until the GT500 arrives. There's also the Dodge Challenger, which offers seating for 5, available all-wheel drive, and absurd Hellcat and Demon variants for your tire-thrashing needs. If you're open-minded, I suppose the Mustang might also rank as a value-priced alternative to the BMW 4 Series or Audi A5. Competition aside, the Mustang is something special, not just because of how it drives or looks, but for what it represents. With Ford dismantling its American car lineup, excluding the Mustang, to focus on more profitable vehicles like pickup trucks and SUVs, this really is the past, present, and future of Ford cars. I guess if you're going to make only one car, it may as well be a wicked coupe.